Oh, yeah. Alright, y'all. What are you doing?
Recording your ass.
You so damn stupid. Hey, yo, this is the Status Report podcast. I am your host, Stanley, Stat, Quo, Benton, Stat, whatever. That's what everybody call me. You know what I'm saying? I thought I set it off with a little yearning for your love, because we yearning for your love, the other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Let me get rid of that, because that's enough of that. But I got here with me, I have the lovely Christina.
Hey, y'all.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Where you from, Christina?
I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia, the 757. No, I'm really not that soft-spoken,
I was
but
finna say, she wouldn't have been on.
What it do?
She can't even be up here with me and my homie, my brother from another mother.
The Vanilla Gorilla.
The Vanilla Gorilla.
Wow.
Phil Berg. Phil.
That was a joke.
No, that's his nickname, the Gorilla.
That was my first time hearing that one.
Yeah, it's vanilla and gorilla. It rhymes. It kind of got a ring. But he's definitely he's a tyrant.
Damn.
Sometimes good guy though. Good guy, super good guy. And before we even get started, man, I want to say I want to thank Bill Simmons, the Drink Champs, Tax Stone, excuse me, Joe Budden Podcast, Jalen and Jacoby, Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, all the podcasts that have influenced me to actually that I actually listen to, because they've all influenced me to even want to do this. And I was kind of reluctant to do it because those guys have done such a great job with it. And but I just feel like I got a lot of shit to say and I want to get off my chest, and I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't care about no money or none of that shit. I just want to sit with my people.
You care about the money, though.
No, I'm saying with this, though. Like,
okay.
I ain't doing it because, like, I want to get a podcast deal.
Facts.
I just want to express myself. I have opinions I want to say them out loud, not just to two people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're going to come on here. We're going to talk about life. It's not just me talking about rap and music. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're looking for, I'm not finna be talking about what rapper I like or don't like. I obviously work in the music industry, but I just want to talk about life and different things and truly try to understand why people care about certain things so much. You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of what we're doing here. We're going to talk about some food. Normally we'll have the chef here.
Yes, and she just made an amazing.
She just made something crazy.
I might grab one of them egg rolls halfway through this thing.
You probably should. Yes, I'm on my plant-based thing. You know what I'm saying? Getting my plant-based life out. So
She might have turned me out. I think I might be converted.
Good, right?
Why does it got to be turning me out?
Did that sound bad?
It sounds like something sexual.
What else turned you out? Tell us about that one time in college.
Yo, what's the first time you got like a girl touched you and you was like, oh, you got like hard? I remember the first time it happened to me.
I don't have a specific recollection, but I think I was like 15 or 16 in class, and this girl like walked by and grazed me.
And you jumped up. Man, I remember this girl, Elaine, man. Ooh, she gave me a hand job on the bus.
What grade were you in?
I was like 12.
12?
She gave you a fucking hand job on the bus.
Yeah, how old was she?
Man, I bust.
Yeah.
Fast ass.
I bust. That's the first time I had.
Bust on a bus?
Bus on the bus.
Ooh, give me the pound.
Bus on the bus.
Bus on the bus. I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
Bust the bus.
she jacked me off. I had the spot on my. That's when Bugle Boys was out. I had the Bugle Boys joints. Crease with the big.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't even care.
Male stories are so fascinating because they always happen so young, and they're always something random as fuck. Like you got a hand job on a bus.
And then the worst part about it was how sticky my dick was. That's when I was wearing the tighty whities. So when I went home, you don't know. You just your first time busting. So I just instantly pull it off. I thought I literally ripped my my joint from the socket. My mom, baby, you okay now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy. Man, growing up was crazy. My mom caught me jacking off. That was nuts. That was a moment.
Wow.
Yeah, but
How
when
did she catch you though? I want to hear about that.
I was beating off, and I had the door. I don't know why I had the door open, man. And so I'm beating off, and I'm like jumping, like I literally was off the bed with it. I was really having a good time.
This was pre-internet though. This was pre-internet, right?
Yeah, I used to jack.
Yeah, what were you jacking on?
We didn't have cable, right? But we had
The fuzzy channel?
the fuzzy channel, and you can hear it. Come on, dog. That's why I'm a
You
visual.
have to switch
dude.
back and forth.
Ooh.
Channel, you get like 3 seconds.
Come on, bruh.
I remember that.
Wow.
So I'm in there going to work on it, and my mom called me, and she's like, "What you doing in that, boy?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just exercising." So I didn't think she caught me, right? So the family reunion came around, and then you know how I don't know if you know this, Phil. You're white, but at the black family reunions, you know the kids sit at a different table,
Right.
But it's next to the adult table. And my mom was telling everybody that she caught me jacking my dick.
And you could hear it.
Yes, and I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
And they was like, you know, they was all laughing about it. So when I came home from college one year, I woke up and I walked in my mom's room. It was late. She was in there going to town on herself. And I walked in the room. I said, "Gotcha," and I'm telling everybody.
Oh my God.
Yeah, mama. And I just told the world you was playing with your Gucci.
He was playing with
Live on my podcast, first episode. Yep, mama was playing with a pussy.
Oh my fucking God. Dang, I never been caught.
You never been caught?
Ever.
Oh, you got a daughter too. You got to
Yeah,
be careful with
never
that.
been.
You got the
Never
tools
been.
and stuff? You look like you got a whole closet full of stuff.
I ain't gonna front. I used to have a toy box, but I don't got it no
For
more.
real? Why'd you get rid of it?
I was low key addicted.
Oh, so you wouldn't leave the house type of deal.
Yeah, it would be like, they gone? All right, let's go. And I would just get right to it.
But do you think about somebody when you're doing it? I always wondered that about girls. Nope. You just you? Like, oh, I'm killing myself right now. Oh, Christina, you say your own name? You a narcissist for real. Oh, Christina, you are killing you. Oh, do you? Oh, Christina. You know exactly what to do to you.
I wouldn't be thinking about nobody. Not that.
What was in the box though? Like what's in
All
the
types
box?
of shit.
Like what? What you into? You got what's the nipple rings and all?
No, I never been into like titties or nipples. Like I got my nipples pierced once just because twice actually, because I wanted to like get some excitement out of it. But I never been into the whole nipple thing.
For real? So what do you have in there? You got like a big schlong?
I don't have it anymore.
What had? You
Just
know?
like different like sizes, vibrators.
Oh,
What was your favorite size?
How the fuck do I put myself in this situation? Honestly, I always cared about like.
Did you have the little one on Sundays? You had the big one on Mondays?
I can't stand you. No, for real, I always like cared a lot about like not putting like extra mileage on myself. Like I started to think about that. Like, damn, I'm doing this a lot. Like, am I putting mileage on myself? So that was one main reason why I was like, yo, you gotta chill out. Because if you go fucking with somebody, they're gonna be thinking
You gonna have the loose guts.
Right.
Damn, girls be caring about
I
that.
thought about that.
This girl told
So
me.
I would never go too big.
So you knew what to do.
I kept a mediocre size thing.
So you got.
And it trained me for you mediocre ass. I'm
Whoa.
just playing. I'm just playing.
Well, no, but she did say that.
She-
earlier.
hold on,
She
time out,
said that
time out,
earlier.
I said
time-
that before.
Time
said that
out.
earlier.
Time out. No one on this podcast is fuck Christina.
Yeah.
Just note.
I said, y'all, I was talking to the world.
Okay, yeah, because she ain't talking. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying,
But yeah, so I cared about that. So I ain't never get no like, cause you go to them stores and you see them fucking dicks that are like 3 of these fucking microphones, and it's like, god damn, that shit is an arm. They actually have an arm dildo. I've never experienced that, obviously, but they have them.
You been to the stores?
Yeah, you never been to a sex store?
Of course. What do you mean?
Don't ask me like
But I ain't been there where they sell arms, motherfucker.
they got all types of shit in there, especially back home.
For real? Damn.
I ain't been to no sex stores in LA.
I don't know. Are you intimidated, like Phil, if you messing with a girl, are you intimidated if she wants to use like toys during
No, I'm all for it.
Okay, cool. And this podcast is not all about sex, but we just discussing it because it's a part of life. But anyway,
Right.
Are you all for it?
All for it.
So are you for like the thing that looks like a dick, or just the ones that just like Like she pulled a slung
Like a
out,
little bullet.
and she like, yeah, if she with the bullet, but what if she pull a dick out? She like, yeah, I shove this in as well. Like you wanna, like you fucking.
She gotta sound like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Put this whole fucking shit
Yeah,
in me.
put. I want that in while this
I would
is
have
in.
some questions.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
There would be some questions for sure. But most girls prefer like sort of vibrator.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
better for them. I stopped dealing with a girl because she wanted to be she wanted
DP.
all her holes filled up at one time.
Including her mouth? Like
She
she
wa-
wanted something and everything?
Yeah, and you know, and I was like,
Did you stop dealing with her before or after she got DP'd?
Facts.
no.
We need
I'm
answers.
saying she wanted me and 2 other men.
Oh shit. I thought we were talking about toys.
No, I
still.
knew what he was talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't.
she wanted a dick in her mouth, one in her butt, and one in her vagina. And I
And you
was
did
like,
it.
No, I can't. I was
No,
like,
but just think about that physiologically. Like, for there to be one,
There's got to be a guy here and a guy
That
here.
was her
Y'all
fa-
the
basically
guys are
have to
touching
be-
basically.
Yeah, y'all have to be basically.
yeah, because
Is that a train or a threesome?
that's a foursome actually, because that's
Oh yeah,
4.
because that's 4 people. But
Yeah,
you know
and
what I
you know,
mean.
because I want, if you deal with somebody, you want to know what they're into. Like what's your fantasy? You
A
don't.
lot.
Yeah, you don't want to be in a
But you're
relationship.
basically dry humping a nigga at that point.
Yes, that's why I explained to her. I said you would have to be with someone that's like okay with
With
like being with men. We didn't deal with each other after that, but I'm not with that.
Have you ever dated somebody and then found out after the fact that they had like a checkered past?
Yeah, because social media now, you can actually go see someone's past. But back in the days when we was growing up, there was no social media. You could leave, like if you lived in Atlanta, right, and you was a whore in Atlanta, you could move to Tennessee and have a
Start
whole
Tennessee,
new
Savannah.
life.
You could be in Savannah, you're straight.
And have a whole new life, and no one knew anything about you.
Right.
So
Now,
listen, I was a freshman at the University of Hawaii, and I was dating this girl, and she was 26 years old. So I'm 18, she's 26. I mean, she was like I thought she was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, I was having regular sex, best sex I'd ever had. And so we started like dating each other exclusively. I go back and she gave me this picture of us, right? So I had this picture in my dorm room, and one of my partners from LA that was on the UH football team comes in my room, and he was like, "Where do you know from?" Should I not be saying her name?
Damn.
oh,
Well,
Whatever, fuck it.
we both looked at each other like,
Ooh.
well, that's that on that, Cap.
Whatever.
Dun, dun,
No,
dun,
but it
dun,
honestly doesn't
dun,
matter.
dun.
But the point is, he told me as a friend, he was like, she got ran through by the whole junior college football team.
Damn. That's tough.
And then what do? Do you keep her? And at that point, I couldn't, just because it was like an embarrassment factor.
That's what I kind of feel like when it comes down to, certain celebrity like girls and certain dudes that like marry these women. It's gotta be awkward. Like if you out and you with somebody and she didn't mess with like 7 of the dudes in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something like, sex is like a real intimate thing, and then y'all just all hanging out. Like I seen A-Rod with what's his name? With J-Lo, and then her you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's the dude she was married to?
I forgot. I don't be remembering people's names.
Mark Anthony?
Yeah, they was all together like hanging out. I'm like, I don't
I mean,
know.
some people are really truly okay with that.
You know what? I think the X factor there is the kids. Like they have kids together.
But they
her and
seem,
him.
but it seemed like
I would go
it's a
somewhere with my
difference.
daughter's dad and
It's
somebody that I fuck
it's
with.
a difference if we just like in the same place. But like I'm supposed to be friends like with the person.
You're not going on vacation.
Yeah, I'm not going on a
I
vacation.
would.
I think I would too, for the kids'
I
sake.
would. I don't even have to be for the kids' sake. I really like my daughter's dad's girlfriend, fiance.
How you like her though?
Not like that, motherfucker.
You got that? You
No,
got,
but I'm just saying,
you
like,
got that carpet look in your face.
no,
huh?
I'm just saying because a lot of people really don't fuck with that, and I never really understood that. But I think it's because either there's something still there, or you're still salty.
I'm gonna change the subject because we kind of ran that into the ground. And I want to play a song before we get to the next subject because I want to dedicate it to Phil Bird.
What you know about that?
Dedication.
It's called "Be Real Black" for me. Phil's white, by the way, so just play this for him.
Appreciate you.
It's Donnie Hathaway and Roberta Flack.
You know anything about that?
Nope.
That's why I fuck with Phil though. He don't try to act like he knows. You know what I'm saying? He don't try to play it off like, oh yeah, I know about that. You know what I'm saying? He don't act like that.
Right. Which is a good thing. Be yourself. Live your truth.
Exactly. Live your truth. But anyway, after Phil, I just asked him to be real black. But the question I have is, how do you guys feel about people, or you're in a relationship and someone going in your phone? Because for me, I feel like that's a deal breaker. Like if I'm asleep and you go on my telephone, I don't even want to be in a relationship anymore. But if it's like I say you can look in it and I'm showing you and you looking in it, that's a totally different deal. But if you go behind my back, it means like you don't trust me. So like, how do you guys feel about that?
It's a sign of insecurity, and insecurity.
As far as what, not letting you in a relationship or going in the phone?
Going in the phone is a sign of insecurity, and that's a relationship killer. But then again, so is cheating. And I know that it's typically cheaters that keep their phones locked, keep their phones facing down. You know, like I cheated for a long time.
Yeah.
As you know, so I kind of feel like now trying to live my life a little bit differently. I really try to avoid my own behavioral patterns from the past. But when I see them and I recognize them in other people, it's a problem. So have you never gone through somebody else's phone?
When I was like back when the SkyTel pagers was out, I would do that type of shit.
Scroll through a pager.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm not. I ain't gonna front like I ain't been through a phone, but I'm not like people have been through my phone. I wouldn't say I'm like as harsh as it being a deal breaker, but I would just want to figure out like what is going on that's making you want to go through my phone.
And what if that person went through your phone?
Or vice versa. Like, what am I dealing with that's making me want to go through your phone?
Well, that's kind of the thing.
Let's figure that out.
It's a symptom, right? Typically, like if people are going through a phone, there's usually a reason why.
Right. That's
so
what I'm saying.
If they go through the phone and they find something, then what are they?
But get to the bottom of that.
Exactly.
most times when you go through a phone, in my experience, like girls that's been through my phone situations, it's not, you don't even end the relationship.
Wait, what?
Like if you go on someone's phone and you find something, right? Because I've been in that situation where like a girl went through a phone of mine and they thought they found something, but they still wanted to be with me afterwards. And I'm like, yo, why would you even go through the phone
If you're not ready to be done.
Yeah, if you're ready to be done, then go through the phone so you can find a reason so you could be done and be finished with it. But if you're not ready to be finished with it, all it does is just make you feel worse about being in it. You know what I'm saying? Because you accepted the shit, whatever's in there. Because anything you see in somebody else's phone can be interpreted like negatively, because you cannot control what somebody has to say.
I never understood.
You can't control what somebody else says, but you can respond.
You can respond.
Your reaction. Right?
Yes, you can control your reaction, but depending on the context of how how you say it back.
So
I never understood the whole like you go looking for something, you gonna find it. I never understood it. My response would always be like, well, you shouldn't be doing it. But that's more so to say like anything would be something. You know what I mean? A good morning. I hope you have a good day, or like
that
something
could be
friendly.
made. That could be made into some shit. Why is she saying good morning to you?
Right.
Why are you saying good morning back? That's a whole argument.
And that's really what, if you go looking, you'll find it, because you're already looking with a whole different lens on. That's gonna.
You can't do anything
right
when you're in a relationship with a woman and then communicating with another woman, and the woman you with that she won't take offensively. Like, but just anything is going to be going there.
Let's add a little bit of context, though, all right?
Okay.
Who's this person? Like, let's say somebody's either in your DMs or in your texts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter who the person that's writing is? What if it's an ex? What if it's a person that, you know, your partner's dealt with in the past? Does that change things? Does that change
absolutely.
How you feel?
I personally, at this stage in my life, it was not always like that, but at this stage in my life, I really don't care about things or people that's outside of who I'm dealing with, because I used to look at women like shoes, right? At one point, you know, you just collect a bunch of them and then you just pick out which ones you're gonna wear for that day.
The sneakerhead.
I'm just telling you how it was.
The sneakerhead.
I'm
Jesus
saying,
Christ.
you know, you got a bunch of shoes in the closet. Okay, cool. I'm gonna wear these today. I'm gonna rock these. But then you like, they steal your shoes and they was all your possessions and you don't want nobody else to have them. And that's how I seen women for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like,
you can talk about it now.
Yeah, but now it's not like that. So I don't think it's cool to possess people. I don't think it's cool to have people as possessions and to see them as, oh, this is mine and I'm supposed to control how these people respond. Like, I don't get into that. So I'm not going to be in a relationship at this point, like telling a woman what she can and can't do. You know what I'm saying?
So does that mean you'd be down for an open relationship?
I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about if she feel like that's what she want to do, and if I don't like it, then I'm gonna get away from it. But I'm not gonna be on some or you know what I mean.
I've been through phones. I don't know if I will ever go through one again. I don't want to be in no situation. I'm in a place in my life. I've been there, done that. I don't want to be in no situation moving forward. I'm trying to get the stat level. I ain't trying to be in no situation where I want to get into somebody's phone, where I want to go through phone. I haven't been there.
That shit corny.
That ain't pretty either.
That shit corny.
Being that upset.
Jealousy is such an ugly emotion.
And then
people are scared of the word insecurity though. It's okay. Like,
we are insecure though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are scared of that word.
And then when you add like social media, which is a whole nother thing, like when you talk about the pressure, right, of putting your relationship on social media, then having to live up to the world's expectations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not doing that shit.
And then when you compare your relationship to somebody else's relationship,
once you get that first comparison, it's a constant comparison.
And you don't see the negativity that goes on with them. You only see, people only post the highlights.
Exactly.
Don't nobody post when they lights get turned off or when they husband or come home with a condom on their dick. She ain't putting that.
Damn.
Oh, tonight's the night. Nigga came home with the condom on his dick. Yes, post it. That shit ain't on. That
There's
ain't
some
in
bitches that will post it. Girl, this nigga had the nerve to come in this bitch with a condom on his dick.
Who do that?
I know a couple girls who
For
do
real?
that. It's mostly the ratchet bitches.
Wait, but who keeps a condom on their dick after they get done fucking? Like, who does that?
That.
Stop.
Where you get that storyline
Stat
from?
uses condoms?
Hey yo, hey yo, did I tell you about that time when I fucked that? Oh, so look, this is back in the days. I was it was this girl. She was disgusting, and
In a bad
Why are you
way?
breathing like that?
because I'm just thinking about how nasty she was, and I hit it. But anyway, I had been talking to her on the phone, and this was when I was rapping and shit, and I talked to her on the phone. I had never seen her. She invited me to her house. And when I got to the door, I seen her. I walked in. She was like huge, you know, and I wasn't in the best shape either at the time, but she was like 4 of me.
Damn.
And I'm just like, hey, this is fucking no way. You know what I'm saying? And I turned around to leave and she grabbed me like, no, please. And I'm like, yo, pull your pants down. Like, so
Wait, what?
I tell her, pull her pants down, right? I'm like, I'm not coming in the house. So I fucked her in the doorway.
Oh,
You know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
You know what?
Fucked her?
In the doorway, dog. Because she wanted, you know, and you know, like where,
How's he gonna bring this back to keeping the condom on?
now listen,
don't
watch
know.
how I do it. Now watch me now. So the doorway, you know,
Now
they got
watch
the
me
little
now.
short area. So I hit her with the 5-pump slump. You know what I mean? Hit her with the 5-pump slump. Left the rubber on. You know what I mean?
I didn't think this was a true story.
No, this real shit. I left the condom on. And at the time, you know, I'm not going to say who I was with, but I was with somebody. This is before I had my first child. So anyway, long story short, I took the condom off on the highway. You know what I mean? Threw it out. Had nut all over the window. You know what I'm saying?
Dummy. What a fucking idiot. Wow.
I'm just saying, for some reason, I thought it wasn't going to come out on the car when I threw it out the window. But it actually came out all over the car. And I went and told the girl I was dealing with at the time it was bird shit.
She believed it.
Hey,
Apparently.
kind of, if you think about it, sperm and bird shit is kind of similar when it dry up on the windshield.
She probably gonna hear this shit and be like, this nigga.
So if you was dealing with me before I had my first son and you remember that story, that was for you, baby.
Wow. And there we have
Oh,
it.
shit.
How you get fucking cum on your back windows in your car.
Yeah,
Nasty.
that was crazy. But yeah, anyway, that was a time where I had sex and left the condom on my penis afterwards because I didn't want to leave my condom there.
Right.
And
You
she-
never know what the fuck happened.
Well, she get it and maybe pour it on her or something and try to have a baby. Come on.
Do you guys try to coach your kids about social media? Like, what do you try to sort of?
Way to segue, Phil.
Well, no, I'm just kind of.
That was a great segue how you did that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phil, if y'all don't know, has 3 kids. 1, I have 2. But anyway, do we try to What do you
I
do?
try to coach my daughter on social media, but it's not just like about certain stuff that you post, how it could be taken out of context and stuff like that. I haven't gotten to the whole like DM thing and stuff because she doesn't have like Instagram and stuff like that. So we haven't gotten to that level. She's only 10. So
My son has Instagram, and I harass him.
I mean, my 12-year-old has people trying to slide in her DMs like grown men.
For real?
For real.
wow,
Like,
Fuck.
really, really.
that's why I'm scared of that
But
stuff,
that's,
man.
I mean, you know, that stuff you can explain to them. You can kind of teach them what to do in those kind of scenarios. And I mean, they're going to have to get used to it at some point. But actually, the part that bothers me the most about kids and social media is, you know, I caught my daughter posting a picture and she didn't like the response that she got. Like, she didn't get enough likes. Apparently, she took the picture down.
Oh yeah.
And
So you're talking about that kind of
that is.
coaching.
Think about how sad that is that your I guess experience is measured by these external factors.
I fucking hate that.
Not whether you had a nice time, not whether the picture meant something to you, but whether your friends liked it, or not even friends, like these irrelevant like,
Strangers,
5,000
followers.
strangers that follow you on social media. If not enough of them like it.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, my son, he don't really get too much likes on his pictures, but I don't think he really care.
My daughter definitely cares about stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
I think it's worse for girls.
I've coached her a lot on stuff like that. Like, this shit does not matter. And I had the best way I was able to show her was when they deleted Musically overnight,
Right.
and then they made it TikTok like a couple days later. So she woke up and she's like, "What's wrong with my?" She was like popping on Musically, and she's like, "I don't know what's wrong. My account, it's gone." And then like hours later, she found out that they deleted Musically, and I'm like, "See, this is why you have to exist here in person, because
that's real shit.
if that's all you have, these people who own this company can delete it overnight, and now you're nobody, and your existence is in their control."
It's based on somebody else's platform.
Exactly.
Your whole like you basing who you are on something that is not like real
Exactly.
at all. You know what I'm saying?
And I love the way Instagram is kind of like, if you guys notice, they made the amount of pictures that you post, they got rid of that number and they made it smaller. So like, you have to really be looking to see like, oh, this person has this many followers.
Right.
I like that they're making small baby steps towards making that shit irrelevant.
I really hate that like most of the shit that matters, I hate that it matters at all. I hate that like people say things and then they lose their jobs because they said something. Or I hate that like motherfuckers could get behind like a story or a movement and then all of a sudden somebody's a bad person because they made a mistake.
Stay there.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
follow that shit. And a lot of these people are not posting the reality. Like, that shit is all aside. It's a whole separate world that you should, it's a created thing. I can make myself anybody that I want to be online.
Exactly.
Like, that shit is irrelevant.
It's like all the flexing, like, you know, and you know, I've been victim to that, like trying to, you know, that's why I like stopped fucking with Instagram, because I would like, as a grown man, be concerned about what people had to say about what I was putting up there. I tell different artists that I work with all the time, like, man, you cannot let this and these people dictate what you're doing with yourself, because most times these people are just saying something to get a reaction from you. You know what I'm saying? And most people in general, most of us are not happy. We're miserable. A lot of us are. That's just the facts of it. You know what I'm saying? No, most people aren't happy with what they're doing. Like, so,
That's the truth.
you know.
But I think social media has a lot to do with that unhappiness, because like you said, people don't post or, you know, sort of put up their real lives. It's the highlights. It's like a sizzle reel, basically, right?
Yeah.
Fact.
And so all you see is everybody's best moments, and then you try to measure your life
On those
compared to everybody's best moments. So you see an aggregation of everybody's best moments, and of course your shit doesn't measure up.
Who's got the best moments?
And then, like, you know, everybody put up the best picture. No, you don't look like that all the time.
Right, because I definitely.
Yeah, like, what? I mean, shit. Let me see you when you ugly. Let me see what's happening. Let me see that picture. Let me get that photo of you in the morning so I can know what's going on.
So I can know what's what.
Yeah, because you fuck around and get with a girl, and then, you know what I mean? She don't look like, I'm sure Kim Kardashian ain't Kim Kardashian at fucking 4 a.m. with her breath smelling like ass because she been asleep all night. Because everybody got morning breath. I don't give a fuck out back.
I think Instagram also kind of exposes the world to younger people too, like men to younger women, women to younger men. How young is too young for you guys? I just want to know, because you guys are both like, y'all are not like 21. You know what I mean? So like,
See how she tried to call it?
Stats in his 40s. I'm in my mid 30s. So there's a little bit of an
Yo,
age
dog.
difference.
Yo, Phil, stop it. Dog, first of all, you're 39.
Mid 30s.
No, dog, that's nothing mid about
That's late.
that.
It's a difference.
No, that's not even
You
late.
have early,
He's 40 years
mid, and late.
turns 40 in July.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking 40.
You're a couple days away, bro.
You were 40 when you turned 39. My theory is if you're 35,
You're 40.
anything over 35 is you round that shit up. A 35-year-old and a 39-year-old, man,
So 30,
it's the
40,
same as a
round it down?
40-year-old.
So 30, 40, you round it down.
No.
Well, but there's
round it
difference.
up to 35, motherfucker.
There's also different standards for men and women, though. There's how women age and how men age.
True. That's like,
Elaborate.
so hold up. Expiration date on men is later than it is on women. That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
But it has a lot to do with your pockets also, right?
Yeah,
So there's all these other factors.
Like if you're a rich man,
Success.
you're a rich man at 70-year-old. A 70-year-old rich man can have a 30-year-old woman. Can a 70-year-old rich woman have a 30-year-old man?
Yes.
Unlikely.
Yes.
Where?
I believe Chris.
I ain't seen it.
I believe Kris Jenner can get who the fuck she want because niggas will talk
Oh,
to her.
she do
just
got a
because.
young man, huh?
There's that on that, and he black.
That's called. I believe that's called.
And he black.
I believe that's called an exemplary exception.
No, but I'm saying most older dudes got younger women. Most older women don't have younger men. This is just facts.
Well, because men don't look to women as a come up or for stability or for that kind of stuff, right? So I just think the standards are a little bit different.
I don't like the term "come up."
What did you like? Come down?
No, I'm just saying. Like, it's just like we're automatically looking at it like
A lot of
I'm
times
getting something from you only.
we had, not to disrespect or say something about women, but a lot of times it's like that. It's not like,
Somebody can want stability without being like, "Oh, I'm about to come up off this nigga."
Stability is like code for come up.
Yeah, it's the same shit that you talking about. It's the same thing. Somebody can want, I just want stability. I want to be stable.
That's not true.
I just want all my
You can bring
bills
stability
paid. I
to the
want
table
stability.
too and want stability.
But
It doesn't
technically,
have to be a come up.
okay, so technically, me,
It
right?
doesn't have to be a liability.
Okay, a Phil or me or whatever, right? Can meet a girl that has nothing and totally change her world.
Okay.
What is a girl that has nothing? What's she gonna do to me to do for me to change my world?
But
Asking you.
it could be a lot.
I could totally
what?
like what?
She can change your mindset on certain things.
That is such a weird intangible.
No, it is
That is
not.
that is the fluffiest shit you've said all day.
Fuck you.
No, for real though. Seriously.
Is your real name even Philip?
You want to see my government ID?
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
Well-
it really?
Philip.
But for real, what is a girl that Phil meets that has nothing? How's she gonna change his world? He can change hers. Wow.
But it doesn't always have to be about money. Like she can.
I'm
open his
asking
eyes
you
up to
how-
certain things.
what
I really was being
is she
serious.
gonna
Like,
do?
Your mindset on it could be on anything. It doesn't only have to be about money. It could be
What?
politics. It could be.
Oh, she's gonna open him up to politics.
No, I'm
she
just
gonna make
saying
you
like
like
your
Donald Trump
beliefs on certain stuff,
Oh,
or
she-
how you manage yourself, or how you manage your time, or it doesn't always have to be about money. Like you could
I'm
meet
not saying-
somebody
I'm not
who
saying it
doesn't
does.
have money,
I'm not saying it
and
does.
she might.
I'm not saying it does, but I'm asking you for Phil. For me, I can understand. I
You can change your lifestyle on what you eat.
True. That's what I was thinking about.
It could
but I'm
be-
thinking about.
I don't think that's a fluffy answer. Fuck you, Phil. I'm taking.
You still chew Big Red
That's all they had at the
Wow,
Jamaican
nah,
restaurant.
nigga, you still chew.
for
Big Red.
real?
And you're taking one too.
So what?
You chew
So
Big
there.
Red? I didn't even know they still made that death gum. This is the worst shit ever.
It's like the
I
new,
don't
it's
even
like the
want
new,
this
it's like
shit
the
no more.
Newport
Fuck
of
it.
bubble gum.
Yeah, this is definitely some bullshit. You can't chew that. This. Who makes that? Wrigley's?
I just want.
You can
I wanna-
smell it from
I
the
want a
pack.
smoothie.
I touched it for 5 seconds.
Oh, do you guys have a blender?
Yeah, I got a blender. It's a kitchen. We got everything in here. We gonna be doing,
We're usually cooking and stuff in here, so
Yes, it's definitely
I want a smoothie.
we overtiming. We overtiming. But yeah, but you said age limit. What's too young?
What's
and
What's
what's
too
too old?
young?
What's
I
acceptable?
asked a question.
So
Yeah.
there's a
What's too young?
there's a legal standard that's 18. I've done that before, and it was a major headache. So my standard now for me
What was the
personally,
headache about it? I just want to know.
just there wasn't shit in common, nothing to talk
I
about. So
agree.
it's really just about
too young.
worldview. It's about like what you have in common. It's about what you can talk about beyond the sex, right? And
Right.
so you get to a point where if you're starting to spend real time with somebody, and it's not just like a weekend at a hotel or something, where people have to have certain experiences in order to be able to relate to each other.
Right.
And so I just feel like for me, 25 is sort of my cutoff now.
See, the issue that me and him would have, it's a certain age because women want to have babies at a certain point, and it's like that 25 to like 32 if they don't have babies, right? It seemed like that's the like sweet spot where women will say, okay, I'm gonna have my baby here. I don't know. I'm not saying that all.
Well, think about Philly. I mean, there was a girl that I met that I reconnected with from high school that I really, really liked. She was successful. She was literally the whole package, but I was still in the middle of my divorce. And imagine she's in her mid-30s, and she's never been married, doesn't have any kids. And so for her, the clock is ticking. So as perfect as that situation was, she was like, I need to be married with child in the next 1 or 2 years, or I can't fuck with you. And so I let her go, not because I didn't want to be with her, but because I wanted to give her, well, not in that moment, maybe 2-3 years later I could have. But my divorce literally just wrapped up literally like last week. Yeah. So I let her go because I knew I couldn't give her what she wanted.
That was mature of you.
That was definitely mature of you. That like I don't know, man.
Because some people will hold somebody back from that. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even understand why women want children.
Because they want them.
Why?
Are men supposed to be the only ones who want children?
I'm saying why? Because of what y'all have to go through to have them. Have you seen a pregnant woman's body?
Damn.
I tried to hold that laugh in.
Like, dog,
savagery.
That shit is crazy.
No, forget the.
I mean, have you seen
forget
birth?
the body? Have you seen birth? You literally feel like a mammal because, like, when you're having the baby, you don't have to see it. No, but you don't see it. Like, have you seen somebody else's birth? Yeah. I saw a hemorrhoid spawn in real time. Like, literally, like, it's the craziest shit. Seeing birth live is the craziest shit ever.
It's fucking nuts. It really lets you know you're an animal.
You feel like an animal.
Like, damn, we are animals.
Like, this shit is coming the fuck out of me.
Out of the pussy. And then you see the
placenta.
You
it
see
like a bag of chicken gizzards. Like
you
just a big
see
purple
pussy totally different.
Oh, yeah.
It takes time to recover from that. Seeing it like that.
And then being in it. And then niggas be trying to be in that bitch prematurely. Like, nigga.
I remember
move.
The time when I was with my ex-wife and we was having sex and she was pregnant. And I was like, we was fucking and I'm hitting it. I'm like, you see that? Huh? You see that? And she's like, I can't see anything because the belly was right there. And I'm like, you know, and we both started laughing. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's time. We can't have sex anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like hitting it. I'm hitting my son's head and shit while I'm in there.
Hitting their head. Oh my God.
That's why babies have that soft spot.
That's why they got the soft spot.
Y'all so dramatic. Y'all so dramatic.
I was fucking the shit out of your mama, boy. That's why your head's soft right there. You know what I mean?
Terrible.
But yeah, I just don't, I really don't understand. Because if I was a woman, well, if it was reversed, not if I was a woman, and it was like, hey, you got to gain 60 pounds, 30 pounds, right? Your stomach going to stretch out. You got to get all these new clothes, and then it's going to come out of the tip of your dick.
Bro,
so would you be...
You literally, it's a parasite. They have a parasite growing inside of them for 9 months.
That's exactly what it is.
So would you be with somebody who wants kids? Would you do what he did, or would you just be like...
If that's what if she said she wanted that, then I probably would let her go on.
I think kids and marriage,
but it determines
kids, marriage, and religion. Well, maybe not.
But you know what?
But if y'all don't see eye to eye on that, I think it's a waste of time.
But for me though, at this point, it depends. It depends on the situation too. Because if you care enough about somebody, like, and it's like that, then you want to give them what they want.
Right.
And if that's what they want and that's what they want to do, you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Long as
either compromise for them or get out of their life, because
exactly.
it's wasting everybody's time.
It would have to be a really, really, really serious situation where like I really was like, cause like right now I don't want to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Or have kids or be married.
Neither one anymore ever again. I
definitely want more kids. I don't know.
You do?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why?
I just love the whole experience. Like I really like it.
They gonna be fucking y'all.
No, nigga, I'm.
Oh, you
me
don't.
and you on the same page. The fuck is wrong with you, nigga? I'm one and done.
Then that shit hurt.
Yeah, I'm off that.
That shit hurt, right?
Canary is grown damn
They
near.
have medicine for that.
That shit fucking crazy. I don't even understand why a
This
woman.
nigga got a whole problem.
Who? Him?
You.
Huh?
You talking about I told you.
Stat, you look like you were a difficult birth, to be honest with you. That was a fucking C-section for sure.
He didn't answer the question either.
They had to
What's
fillet.
the
They had to
youngest?
fillet your mom.
Fuck you.
How young is too young?
Let's see, I'm 40.
40.
I think 25, man, is too. It just
Both of y'all said 25, right?
You think 25 is too young? Or
no.
25 is good?
25 might be the bottom at this point.
When you were 30, how young was too young?
Oh, 18.
Really?
Hey, I'm 30 years old. That's 18.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but
Can't imagine fucking an 18-year-old boy.
well, because first of all, women mature faster than men anyway.
And women
So
also
how
look
old
for
am I?
different shit,
Really?
though.
But women, yeah, you like
So if you're 30, then
a 30-year-old woman is the equivalent of literally like a 40-year-old man.
45. That's what we said earlier. Yeah.
45, yeah. I really believe that. Because men, if you even go to
So I could date a 45-year-old.
yes, when I go to my son's daycare, the girls are so much more farther advanced than the boys. The little boys out there literally looking like cavemen. Running around hitting each other in the head. The women over there are sophisticated coloring. Oh, look at my dress. These motherfuckers is like 4 years old, like on some 10-year-old shit.
Fashion designer.
Already, I want to be a princess. My son running around. I'm a rocket. I'm Spider-Man. Yo, these motherfuckers.
Damn near retarded.
Yeah, girls are so much farther more advanced, and that's probably why men goes back to the shelf life of a man and how old we are. That's probably why older men always date younger women, because women are so much more mature. And when a woman turns 45, right, she's so out. She's more mature than a 45-year-old man in most cases. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it finds her. It's hard for her to even relate to him because he be on some different shit than where she's at. You know what I mean? I believe that women in general are smarter than men. I just think that you guys are not smart enough in certain aspects to understand that and take advantage of the advantages that y'all have. And the women that do get farther ahead, and those that don't get left behind. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. I sound extra smooth when I said that. Yeah. I was extra smooth on these hoes, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah.
You were about to say, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Oh, shit. Yeah, hit my DMs, you know what I mean? At Scott Benson Jr., you know what I mean? I respond.
Is it wrong to respond? I got something to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Is it wrong to respond to the opposite sex DMs while you're in a committed relationship?
Okay, so this is where it's wrong. If you know that it offends the person, then it's wrong. So if it's been laid out between you and that person that it's offensive and that bothers them and you care about them, you shouldn't do it.
If you want to be together.
Exactly. But if you're with them and you know they don't, no, but if you with them and they realize,
What's that look?
Because why would you be in a committed relationship if you don't want to be with them? Why that goes without saying.
No, but I'm saying like people do dumb shit because they don't think about the consequence, especially men, right? But once you've been told that it's offensive and that it's a problem, and if you don't check the behavior, then that means you don't want to be with them.
exactly. So once it's been established that you shouldn't do that and that's wrong, you don't do that. But if you're in a relationship where she don't care that girls hit you and you don't care if dudes hit you, it doesn't matter if you respond, because I view social media, this is me, as a fantasy world. I don't believe that anything there is real. It's like when I watch a television show and it's scripted. That's kind of how I see social media now, especially me working in music and dealing and seeing different things with artists. Like sometimes I wish I could go back into a time machine and be in the music industry back when like Michael Jackson and Prince and all these different people to really know who these people were.
Right.
Because the perception that people have of people based on social media is totally wrong, because most people are not what they present themselves to be. So when I view that place as a fantasy land, so all the shit that's going on there is not real to me. What am I doing on a daily basis though? Who am I with? Who am I spending my time with? Who am I talking to? Who do I talk to? Who am I around? That's what the fuck matters, not some shit that's going on in a make believe place that these group of people we don't even know or see is profiting off of.
Okay, so then let me play devil's advocate. If it doesn't matter and it's irrelevant, then why do it?
Facts.
Why do what?
It.
Well, respond.
He's trying to think of a response, so he's buying himself time right
Oh,
now.
no. I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, why respond?
Yeah,
to
like
the
why
DM?
respond? Like if it's just fantasy world and it's irrelevant, why do it?
Oh, because it's bullshit. Just like why?
No, you know what
it's
really
entertainment.
about? No, it's not, bro. It's about insecurity and it's about feeding your ego.
True.
Because attention feels good.
No,
that's what it really is about.
I was gonna say that too.
I agree with that.
And I was gonna say that too. It's like, especially now too. Like you want to feel like you still got it. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel like, oh, okay, somebody checking for me. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel that energy because, you know, I could talk stuff, you know, talking my shit, but I've never been like, you know, the dude to walk in the room and be like, oh my God, Stats here. You know, I'm not that.
These characters you got.
I'm not the dude for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dude that like, I done made her laugh and oh my God, she's like, damn, I didn't know I'm fucking him. I didn't even think that was gonna happen tonight. You know what I'm saying? I steal the pussy. You know what I'm saying? I steal it from her. You know what I mean?
What he means by that?
You sound a little rapey
that
right
a
now.
little rapey.
Not rape. I'm saying like I crack a joke and then you know what I'm saying? You
accidentally get you make them
fall
think.
in love with my personality.
Stat Cosby.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Don't say that.
yo, my ex-wife used to tell me all the time, I love your hands. That shit used to make me so mad. I would never say nothing, but she used to always say that. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's all this motherfucker can find on me is my hands. What about my face, motherfucker, bitch? God damn, say you love my dick or something. Like, my hands? What the fuck? Slap the shit out you talking about you love my hands. That's
with
it?
these hands.
What am I doing with these? Do some Palmolive commercials? So
Stats a hand model.
what the fuck? Oh my God, you have the best hands. What the fuck does that mean? Everything else is fucked up. The fuck? That's what I bring to the greatest man on earth. That's what I'm GQ. I'm gonna be up there doing this shit right here. Check me out. Look at those hands. No,
She
was lying.
Christina's like, you do have some pretty hands.
she was lying. No, my
I
shit.
got some ugly hands. I don't even want to show y'all right now.
But yo, you are right. He's absolutely right. It's the same reason why you go out to somewhere and you might talk to a girl and get her number and never call her, cause it's just you want to know like, damn, okay, cause even we all want to feel that way.
That's a real sentimental story and all, but don't.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying it's the same reason why. Okay, a woman.
So if I meet a nigga, I should just tell him up front, like, look, I ain't with that shit.
No, I'm saying you should do that. But if you when a woman posts something and they got a nice outfit on, and they looking good, right? Mm-hmm. When you get the likes, even though it's a fantasy world, and you get the likes, and then a dude leave a comment, you can act like you feel good. It's a dopamine thing that goes off in your brain. The same shit you feel when you eat something sweet or you take a drug.
I get it.
It's dopamine.
I get it.
It's a feeling you get up here that makes you feel good about it.
But don't you get that from the compliment?
Yeah.
And then if you push it past the compliment, then you have a conversation. And at what point does that become wrong?
And then at what point does it become falling victim to temptation?
I think it becomes wrong when you are actually in the physical. You're taking something from.
So phone boning's not wrong.
No, you're taking something from the phone, from like the platform to I think phone boning is wrong. Like you FaceTime fucking and you got a girlfriend.
Right.
That's wrong.
Right.
I'm saying,
that goes without saying.
But if you're taking like a DM conversation and you're actually saying, okay, let's link up, and then you all linked up and did something, then that's totally wrong if you're in a relationship.
If y'all link up and did something, or if y'all
even if you
link
link up,
yeah, that's wrong.
If you telling somebody,
my thing is like we should come to an understanding where you know that just don't even leave the door open for that shit to happen. If it happens, it happens. If somebody asks you to link up, they ask you to link up. But if they're before the stage of the link up conversation and you feel that shit getting weird,
I just
don't even do that.
But I feel like for me personally, like I wouldn't even have a conversation of substance with somebody that I'm trying to be with in a DM. I'm just old school. It would be like on the telephone.
Right.
I'm not having significant conversations for extended point, trying to build something with somebody to where we gonna be linking up
and shit like that. Like we could do without that.
That shit weak. That's. But what's the difference if I see a lady in the street and I say, "Oh, you look really nice. That's a beautiful dress."
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's the same thing. It's a compliment.
No, but at the same time, it's just like that's in passing.
Yeah,
You're in passing. That's it.
When the
You
compliment
pass,
turns
and that's
into
it.
conversation,
Exactly.
that's when it's a problem.
Even if you're in person.
But if it's
Oh, thank you so much. I actually like your hat.
But what I'm saying, but
And
what I'm
then
saying,
it turns into a conversation.
but what I'm saying, if it doesn't lead to nothing else, then it's just it's just a compliment. If oh, you look good. Oh, you look good too. That's it. What's that? Is that wrong?
This is what I'm saying.
I'm just asking you a question.
I'm answering it. When you're in passing, the first example you gave was in passing. Then that's just in passing. It's over after
But
that.
in
but
passing,
when you're in DMs, that ability to always go back and click that, whether it be another day, whether it be later on that day, whether it be another time, whether it be while you're arguing with your significant other.
I'm asking you a question. If that's it, if she say you look good, and I'm like, oh, you look good too, is that wrong? If that's your dude and that happens.
Yeah, but you're deflecting a little bit because what she's saying is that
I'm asking you a question.
in passing,
in
person, there's a difference
is
between.
what I'm saying.
I'm not saying no.
You have an all access pass, bro. You can always go back to it.
I'm not.
And the thing is, if you have enough windows of opportunity that are open, right? The first time you have an argument with your partner, your significant other,
I'm not saying
that shit is right there for you.
I'm not saying you guys are wrong about it.
But what you're saying, you're asking me to say something is the same. That is different.
No, but I'm asking you. No, I'm not. I'm totally
It's not the same.
I'm not saying it's the same.
Okay.
I'm just asking you a question. One ain't got nothing to do with the other one.
Okay.
And I'm not saying
trying
that
to
you
listen.
can't go back to it.
Okay.
I'm asking you if someone says you look good on a DM
Right.
and you say you look good too.
I
and
wouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I
I'm
wouldn't
not
say that.
saying what you would.
Okay.
I'm just asking you a question.
Okay, I'm trying. I
God
really am trying.
damn. Shit.
No, but Stat, hold on a second. Do you understand why she's saying that she wouldn't say that? Because it invites the next thing.
Yeah, I would say thank you. If I felt it so necessary, ever so necessary to respond, I would just say thank you.
I'm just trying to get to the end of the question so you
Go
can
ahead.
give me the
I
answer.
hear the question. You're saying if I say you say I look good and I say oh you look good too.
And that's
Is that
it. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that is wrong because you should have never gave the compliment back.
Damn. Okay. I was just trying to get your opinion.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
don't have to say you sorry.
In the whole world because I couldn't get to the question because it was fucking stupid.
Damn.
Let me tell you what's stupid. Them big ass earrings you got on your ear.
I like these.
Them shits was definitely 99 cents.
They was not.
Bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair
I
off.
have looks over to my verification.
Them shits is super weak.
Don't hate on my earrings. I really
Why
love
do
her
people say?
brand.
Why when you tell somebody something that's weak, they instantly go to the hate? I'm not hating on you. I
You
just
don't have to like them.
True. You're right. You like them, but it look like you got like wheels on the side of your face.
I love them.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
They're my favorite fucking earrings.
What are you doing with that? What are you trying to
wearing
prove?
them. What are you trying to prove with this chain you got on?
It got my son's initials in it.
Where?
Z and a P.
Let me see. Okay, I see it. When I squint and then spin around
for
3
my
times.
kids. I ain't doing it for like trying to shine. It's just like, it's little. This is small.
Well, I like big hoop earrings.
I'm saying you just out here,
Thugging.
And
I like it.
And them
and that's that on
that's
that.
them zirconies.
Yep.
Them zirconias.
That.
You see how he redirected because he was
Exactly.
upset that.
What's up? What else you want to talk about?
We can talk about.
What's going on? What's the current thing? Oh, you know what I seen?
What you see?
The lady, I guess, was talking to Jay-Z.
Yes. So
And
how did
then-
y'all feel about that? Because I have two different separate
in context.
feelings about
That's
it.
because do you know
She was
what?
getting death threats.
Okay, so
Yeah,
so
and I feel
so
so bad for her.
yeah, let's talk about it. So it was the owner of the Golden State Warriors wife was talking to Jay-Z, but she was speaking across Beyonce.
Right.
And it was brought to my attention that someone was doing that to Jay-Z to talk to Beyonce
All the time.
all the time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Beyonce might even have a problem with it, but they might have caught her with making a face that she didn't like.
And she did a little,
You know, they might, you know. And so in turn, all of, I guess they call it the beehive, if that's what that
it
is,
was going hard on her.
was going in the girls.
Do you know what she was actually
comments?
doing?
What?
She was asking them both whether they wanted drinks.
Yep.
That's what she was
So
asking?
that's why I said I had two different emotions about it. Because at first I was like, damn, she is kind of talking over her. And then, but it's like, that does
She's
happen
asking them,
to-
did she want
right.
some drinks?
Yeah, but we didn't know that at first. So
But-
at first I was just like, damn, Beyonce's salty about this. I never really had no direct emotion toward it. But at first I was like, damn, Beyonce's clearly bothered.
Do you know how fucking much of a loser you have to be I guess you in the beehive to where you go and attack
Yeah.
somebody else
I'm never.
for somebody that you don't fucking know?
Bro, she took her Instagram down. She was getting
I'm saying this to the beehive, okay?
Lord, they about to come attack us.
Y'all are some fucking losers. Every last one of y'all that comments on somebody else's page and put that bumblebee up. Y'all are some losers because y'all never met Beyonce. Y'all don't know Beyonce. She don't know y'all. She don't want to know y'all because y'all fucking losers. She's never going to meet y'all. Y'all ain't even been 10 steps close to this woman. And you want to spend your time attacking somebody else about a situation that you don't even know. You are a fucking loser.
And she's with the billionaire.
All of y'all, every last one of y'all who left a comment, every last one of y'all fucking beehive, whatever it is, y'all are stupid. Stupid, fucking stupid. And you know what? It's your life. And I'm looking at the camera because I want you to see me. Because I don't give a fuck. I'm doing well. Probably better than most of the beehive. Okay? So I can tell you this. Fuck y'all. That shit is whack. That's whack as fuck. And you know, it's cool. I love Beyonce. I'm happy y'all support her. But like, you can be fans of somebody without being fucking stupid. That's stupid. That's fucking stupid, man. Y'all, you know, y'all say how y'all want it, you know.
No, I definitely understand that. The whole death threat thing, people take shit way too far. Like telling this lady to go fucking kill herself, that's too far. We gotta stop with that shit, for real.
Go kill yourself. You're not even.
Especially because that should be a lesson to everybody that anything can be taken out of context.
Yes.
And then she posted a picture. I think you said she deleted her page, but she posted a picture of her like helping Beyonce do something, like looked like she was helping her with her earring. They were both smiling or whatever. Like, and then that just like, okay, now everybody feels stupid now that she posted that. It's just like nobody should have to go out of their way to prove something for you to not attack.
That shit is not cool, man. And you know, and I'm gonna say something to the lady that took her Instagram down. You don't take your shit down because people are leaving comments. You don't do that because when you know you didn't do anything wrong, why are you allowing these outside forces to change what the fuck you doing? Who cares what people think about you?
But that's the power of social media, bro. The woman's married to a billionaire. She's got everything, and she's so impacted that she's in tears and taking her Instagram down. How fucked up is that?
How? But how? Why? And this goes back to the whole reason why I'm doing this whole shit. Why do people give a fuck about shit they give a fuck about? Why do you care?
Oh, this lady's in tears. That's so sad.
Why do you care if it's not impacting your children? Like, why do you care? Like, why do you give a fuck? Like, why does that lady even care about what a group of strangers got to say to her? Yeah. Anybody ignorant enough to give a death threat to that lady for a photo because she's talking to a man about something they have no clue what the fuck is going on? Yeah. That's some ignorant ass shit.
I gotta tell you, part of me is curious about who from the Beehive gave the death threat because I'm imagining like a certain kind of a guy.
You think it's a guy that did? The Beehive. Like, what in the fuck is going on, dog? I wonder what happened. So when she dropped Lemonade, did Jay-Z get a bunch of bees in this shit? Did he? Did he? I mean, did he got a bunch of bees?
Right.
Nobody done her worse than Jay, according to Lemonade. If that's the true thing, I'm a Jay-Z diehard too. So so what we talking about? You know what I mean? But if that relationship, if that album is to mirror their relationship, why aren't they attacking him?
But that's the thing about social media, bro, is that we empower people to get so far into our lives by putting everything out there that people feel entitled to be part of your shit, right?
So why do people care?
You can't with the climate of people like actually committing suicide or getting depressed about certain stuff. Seeing hundreds of thousands of people comment on your stuff, I believe it can take a toll.
Why do you care about strangers?
They probably don't care, but when you have 100,000 people commenting,
why?
Everybody's defense.
Let's get to the core of that. But why do we give a fuck about that?
Everybody doesn't have your disposition or confidence. That's the thing is like, things impact people differently. Like,
why do we? Why?
But like, I mean, I understand the why.
No, but I'm asking, why? What does that?
I don't know why, but all I'm saying is I can only imagine. Like, okay, for instance, if somebody says, "Damn, you ugly," like you ain't all that, Christina. It's like, okay, motherfucker, that shit might hurt my feelings. It might not. But if I have 100,000 people telling me that shit in a matter of 5 minutes, it probably takes a different toll.
Stanley,
that's all I'm saying.
You have really nice hands.
Why do you give a fuck about that? Why?
Hey, Phil, don't look at my hands, B. Keep your eyes off my hands, bro. Let me tell you something. If a million women can come to me right now and tell me that I'm ugly as fuck, and I would not care. You know why? Because it doesn't matter what they think if I'm not fucking with that million. It only matters.
No, I hear you, but you can't diminish everybody else's experience. Like, listen to this.
I'm not diminishing.
One of my 12-year-old daughter's classmates. This little boy was 11 years old. Committed suicide because he was getting pressured and like cyber bullied on social media. Yeah. Like, why? And
that's probably by what? That's probably by like.
How does an 11-year-old little boy commit suicide?
But listen to this though, Phil.
That's so unfortunate.
But this is the difference. I think that's a child, and I really feel like children are unequipped to deal with that. But I'm saying as an adult, you know what I'm saying? At a certain point as an adult and you know better, you know the difference between the people that's in your life and people that's not in your life. Why do you care about people that's not in your life? Why did that lady take her shit down? Because those people were coming at her about something they had no clue about, and it offended her to the point to where she got rid of her page.
Or maybe it was like, I don't feel like dealing with this shit.
I could
delete the app. I could not get on it. I could log off, or I could fucking delete my account for a little bit.
I would have left that shit up there. I would have posted so many videos in the contrary. For me, it's like it's the equivalent of when I'm driving, which I don't drive anymore. But when I used to drive and somebody would get behind me and honk their horn for me to drive faster, I go slower.
Yeah, because you're an antagonist though.
So if that was me. If I'm reaching across and I'm talking to Beyonce and the Jay-Z hive is on my shit, I'm gonna go on my shit and be like, yeah, I was talking to her. Hit me, hive. I'm gonna get on my shit like that. You know what I mean? Fuck them. I don't know why. Like, why do motherfuckers care? And why are you a fan so much that you want to go attack like somebody or stand up for somebody that you don't know, but you don't stand up for your fucking self? Okay, because most of y'all look like shit. Let's keep it real. Most of America's obese. I used to be one of y'all. So most of y'all look like shit. You don't even stand up for yourself. You don't stand up for your race, or you don't stand up for your gender. Y'all motherfuckers, but y'all go and want to stand up for somebody else. And you don't stand up for your children. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand what the fuck we talking about. I don't get it. Anyway. Next, what else has happened?
Thank you.
Don't come for me, cause then I'm gonna bring it back. You come for me, I'm gonna bring it back, and you're gonna come get it, and you're gonna get it too. You know, that's like housewives shit. You know, they kind of. I think that the Real Housewives of Atlanta like really. What was that? Don't come for me. I think they started that. That was their shit.
Had to.
What's the one she said? Who gonna check me, boo? You remember that was the thing for us.
That was Atlanta.
Yeah, that was Atlanta. That was the thing. Anyway, on a brighter note,
Jay-Z
talking
just
about that
became a
bullshit.
motherfucking
Congratulations to Jay-Z.
and Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna. It's what's amazing about even Rihanna and Kylie and everybody else that has made so much money off of makeup. It's some shit you said, but it's so true. They make so much money off something that you wash off your face.
Literally money down
And
the
what
drain.
Phil has said is it's a concealer. It's kind of like Instagram.
Yep.
You're,
It's a filter.
You're paying to filter what you are.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much money in that. And it just goes down to show that people are not satisfied with what you are. It's a difference when you're talking about your health and you're like losing weight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a different thing, because most of us are unhealthy. But if you fucking weigh 300 pounds and you talking about, oh, I got to make sure my makeup right. That shit is the equivalent of going to order 20 Whoppers and getting the Diet Coke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A little side salad.
What do you? Oh, so you gonna cover your face up, but your stomach just gonna be looking crazy as fuck.
Well, there's a few things wrong with that statement, though.
Mm-hmm.
One, people don't have to be like deeply rooted, like insecure type shit just because they want to wear makeup. They don't have to feel like, oh, I have to wear this. Or I just want to cover this up because I'm just so unhappy with the way that I look. Also,
but when did that? Like, why is that a thing? Like, why do we like? Why is
I think anything in excess is don't
you
do
spend
it too
all that
much.
money to put that shit on your
I mean,
face?
there's also somebody spending $25 on their makeup and they still wear too much of that
No, but
shit.
what he's saying, it took Jay-Z 30 years to become a billionaire. It took Rihanna's about to be one. The Jenners or whatever.
Kylie, that off
Kylie's
some,
makeup line.
off some. So is the key to focus on shit that makes people like not look like who they are? That's the key. That's how you get rich. Take people if you know how to. Everybody listen to this. If you create something that takes people out of their realities so that they can look or be like not whoever they are, you will become a billionaire. That's just what it is.
When my company, when we go pitch VCs for like the next.
Hold up, tell them what VC is, because they
venture capital.
Okay, yeah, you can't just be coming in here with your fucking
Acronyms.
your businessman rhetoric.
Whatever. But when we go and talk to them, the first thing they want to hear about when we try to pitch them on a new drug is how big is the market. And so if you're really after getting rich, then you should go after the biggest addressable market that you can possibly go after. And makeup it's totally universal. It's not pigeonholed. It's not one race or one,
Which is why you should all go check out my makeup line. It's called, it's like I'm just playing. Look at that face. Look at that. That was like, bitch, when the fuck you get a goddamn makeup line?
Stats like, where's my cut?
I didn't say bitch, but I was like, what the fuck is she doing? I'm like, what, and guess if you did have a makeup line, I would be cool with that, because I just said if you want to get rich in this world, you have to do something that takes people out of their reality. Like when I talk to artists about their albums, and when I say you have to make an album that takes someone's mind into a different place, because it seems to me that people are not satisfied in the skin that they're in. And everything is done from drugs to music to makeup to Instagram. Everything is done to take you out of the skin that you're in and put you somewhere else because you're unsatisfied.
Even working out. But the only benefit of working out is that you're actually getting a great result out of it.
I just feel like people need to love themselves more. And I can say that now because I didn't love myself like I was supposed to. And that's why I was doing so much damage and eating whatever. I just feel like self-love is the most important thing.
That's a fact.
You got to care more about yourself than anybody else. Because if you ain't, I'm talking about you got to care more about yourself than your kids. Because if you ain't right, you can't be right for them. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the snaps. What is that? What is that? Is that some
poetry
some
shit.
woke shit? Is that?
poetry
Oh
shit.
God, is that still the thing, Phil? I remember Phil called me one day. He's like, "Woke is officially dead. White people are saying it." He called and told me that. He's like, it's over. He's like, I'm on fucking Facebook and these motherfuckers talk. Everybody's talking about woke.
Woke is officially dead.
It's over. I hate woke. Go to sleep.
Stay asleep. Remember, we're gonna do t-shirts.
Exactly. Stay asleep. But yeah, I just feel like that's what's going on here. And that's why people are making so much money off of these things. Anytime you're creating something to take people out of where they are, And people, we just gotta love each other. That goes back to the beehive shit. People aren't happy with their lives, so they going and
I never understood the cyberbullying bullshit. Bitch, you ain't. First of all, you ain't saying that to nobody's face, so calm down.
Yeah,
And
that's
if you
another
are-
thing.
And if you are,
People
just shut up.
People say the rudest things to entertainers or people on their social media, and then we'll see them and say the nicest things.
Oh, you look so good.
It's so and what people don't understand is the people that you talking shit about, they're not even equipped to deal with it. Most people can't even handle it.
Right.
That's why when I say why do they care, I want to get to the core of and try to figure that out, because most people can't deal with criticisms. And why is that? Is it in the raising? Is it, you know what I'm saying? And so why is it that we feel like we got to put shit on our face to look better?
Do you feel like everybody should just not wear makeup? Like we should just
I think a woman should do what she want to do. I'm just saying for her. But I feel
That's
like
a good point.
Yes, but there are times and there are some situations where the confidence level is not there if it's not on.
Because I took it too far. There was one point in my life where I was just like resenting Instagram and resenting what it's done to like the mindset of women or the mindset of people, period, where you feel like you have to compare so much to the point where I was like, you know what? I ain't getting on Instagram like that no more. Like I'm going to really scale back on this shit because it's like subconsciously making me feel like I have to look a certain way to post something. I have to be doing a certain thing to post it. Like I can't just post like some mediocre shit, me riding down the street or in the car. You know what I mean? Like at a park.
These people are not your friends.
Exactly.
That's the other thing. You know, remember what you told me? Because like when I first started going through my divorce and like my circle really kind of contracted. Like I lost so much friend inventory, like you wouldn't even believe it. And I was talking to him about it, and he was like, "Those people were not your friends. You're lucky to have 5 real friends in the
And
entire."
a million fucking
That's
fake ass
plenty.
associates.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
And when you look at Instagram and you see people comment, or if you don't get likes on the photos, man, like who cares? Just make sure that the circle you got around you is strong, and make sure you strong. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matter.
Cause
You know?
used to come out the house every day with a full face. Bitch, is you going to prom?
Oh, for real? You was that girl?
I used to be that girl. I ain't gonna front. I had to be dressed up every time I walked out the fucking house, full face of makeup, like I was always ready to do
It was this chick back in
and I ain't doing
Alpharetta,
that shit no more.
back in Atlanta. She used to literally wear a full face of makeup and work out in it.
No, I ain't taking that goddamn.
I'm
far.
letting like full face
My
of
workout
makeup,
ain't cute.
looking like, you know, I'm talking about full face. I'm talking about
Full face, full lace.
I'm talking about basketball cheerleader makeup face.
Well, damn.
You know what I'm
That's
talking
full.
about. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
heavily
I'm talking about Halloween
coverage,
face
yeah.
makeup, or prom night makeup.
Yeah, no.
This
I
motherfucker
ain't
look like
taking
a
that far,
sportscaster.
TV ready.
A
You know
TV,
that's a lot.
TV ready every time. That shit weak
Damn.
as fuck. I don't know, man. Makeup, I got a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah, me
Because it's not for me. So it's not for me to be judging, you know, and I understand there's some women that got fucked up skin, so they want to hide their skin or whatever. But in my situation, if I'm dealing with somebody, I want you to, I love you for who you are. Like, I don't want you to be anything but what you were to be. Like, I'm not into the lip injections, and
No.
I ain't into none of that
have you ever
shit.
been with somebody that literally like actually like hid from you? Somebody that you never saw without wig or weave, without makeup, like a woman that actually would try to hide herself from you?
No, but I did mess with this girl in high school that had fake eyebrows. So so I hit it right, and I don't know what happened. We woke up the next day. It was like that you know, that high school retreat thing where you can go off and spend the night. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I ain't had that, but anyway, it's a long story.
Wow.
I hit it, woke up, and I guess she had wiped off she had the drawn in eyebrows.
So she had the Charlie Villanueva.
Yeah, but she didn't have any.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The
she had no
alopecia shit.
eyebrows. Shit fucked me up. That's the only thing. And when I didn't know that she didn't have any eyebrows. I had been,
Did you joke her?
of course.
I know you did. God damn.
I went in. She
You
started.
don't fuck around and drive somebody over the edge.
Why? Because I tell my truth.
You gonna say why? Why?
Man, my mama say all kind of foul shit. My grandma say fouler shit. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate when people say shit to me. Like my son told me I had titties that was incredible.
I knew hear that,
he
son.
said, Dada. He said, Dada, he touched him. He said, Dada, what's that? I said, it's the chest. No, Dada, there's a boobies.
That's a boobies.
4 years old, he said that.
He is a motherfucker.
Incredible.
That's that vegan diet.
He's the man.
All that soy.
He's the man. No. This was before I lost weight. You know what I mean? Stop. Hey, yo, Phil, stop objectifying me. I feel like I'm being sexually harassed right now. Stop looking at my motherfucking chest, dog. If you guys notice, I don't know if the light is hitting him correctly, but the longer I sit here with Phil, the darker he gets.
It's the UV. It's the UV.
The blacker he gets by sitting here next to me. But anyway, we've been here entirely too long. We've eaten, we've cooked. We didn't cook, but Chef Zane cooked. Shout out to her. This is episode 1. I mean, you know, yeah, we're gonna go out like that. That's your bot, Christina. I never noticed how white your teeth was, dog. Still got some
Thanks
white
for
ass
listening,
teeth.
you guys.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate
Next
you being
time.
here with us.
All right.